Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020. And yes, we're still in our Potato Williams. And as you can see in the vehicle performance comparison chart, we are still right at the bottom behind the Alfa Romeo Racing Orlen. Fantastic. Anyway, we've got some more parts to go onto the car, which is going to make absolutely no difference whatsoever. But we will continue in our potato as we move on to the next Grand Prix now. It's time for Spielberg, yes. No, not the movie director, but the circuit. And after practice, you can see we got some more fantastic points. 955 for our championship campaign. Well, when I say championship campaign, what I really mean is that our legs have worn down to bloody stumps and we're just crawling along on our arms. But we are still continuing in our car. Yes, we're still continuing. Let's see what we do. Oh, look at that. Lulu's got fast his lap. Lulu, little Lulu. Anyway, we crossed the line now and we're going to put in a time which puts us 1.6 seconds behind the leader, but it's fourth place at the moment. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into qualifying. We are slightly up on our delta time, but unfortunately we have dropped down now to 17th position. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's have a look to see if we can improve on 17th as we cross the line. And oh yes, we do. 12th position. Look at that in between Grosjean and Magnussen as we accelerate forward now to almost the end of qualifying. We are still up on our deltas. We're still holding on at the moment to this 12th position as well. Let's see if we can improve on this as we're about to cross the line once more, and the answer to that is going to be a resounding no, we didn't. Oh bugger. Anyway, that's it, the end of qualifying. Are we going to stay in 12th position or are we going to drop down? Let's have a look and see what happens. And we are going to flippity flop. We dropped down to 18th place for the race. So that's 18th for us then and 20th for our teammate George Russell. Okay then, let's do this.
Good afternoon and welcome to Spielberg, and to a circuit that in one form or another has held every Austrian Grand Prix in the championship, except the very first back in 1964. It was at this race that John Watson lost a bet and his beard when he took Team Penske's only F1 victory in 1976. If anything, the stakes are even higher today, with 25 points available for victory and a crucial advantage in the championship fight. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 rights and 3 lefts, making up the total distance of 2.6 miles. And expect to see a lot of cars running wide today, especially through the last corner, as the wet conditions make the cars skittish through the downhill sections. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Why don't we start by talking about Valtteri Bottas? That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Vettel, Max Verstappen and Perez, Stroll, Sainz, Norris and Alexander Albon, Ricciardo, Gasly, Kevin Magnussen and Grosjean, Raikkonen, Kvyat, Esteban Ocon and the captain, Giovinazzi, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Oh God, to make things worse, it's bloody raining as the 5 lights go out on the All Seasons grid. And we say go, 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 and it's away we go from 18th position on the grid. Look at all the spray coming up all over the place as we go into the first turn. What's he going to do? The Huster can't see where he's going. Let's see if he does. Oh, Kvyat, there's a dive into turn 1 and there's a little bit of contact between us and Kvyat, but we do manage to get through some of the traffic. When I say that, we've had a warning for collision. Oh, we're almost off. We've almost been punted off by Kvyat, but he's got past us, and so has Alexander Albon in the red ball as we come up to the next turn. Are we going to dive down the inside? Yes, we do. Look at this superb move. And he's going for Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, and Renault as well. And he gets past. Yes, up into 10th position now. We are already into the World Championship points. Fantastic. And chasing both the McLaren boys of Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris. Lando, we love you. Anyway, look at this. It's a double overtake on both the McLarens. They certainly didn't see that coming, did they? Wowzers, me trousers. Straight up into 8th position for the Hoogster. Once once again. Wow, I just can't believe it. What an overtake. What an overtake. Those McLaren boys will be kicking themselves. Anyway, our next target is Sergio Perez, who's in 7th place and almost a second ahead of us already, and we haven't even finished the first lap yet. Yes, but anyway, those racing points are pretty decent in 2020 at the moment, it has to be said. But we will do our best as we're about to come round the final corner now and finish the first lap. Valtteri Bottas has got a fastest lap, so he must be in the lead at the moment. And they are saying it's going to dry up towards the end of the race, which should be good. We're accelerating for that lap 3. As you can see, we are still chasing Sergio Perez in that racing point. Almost 3/4 of a second now, but we are edging very, very close to the back. Of course, Perez has been held up by his own teammate, Lance Stroll, and we are getting a little bit of ground, a little bit of purchase on the... wait a minute, yellow flag on lap 4. Yellow flag is like, it's Stroll, it's low. We almost went into Stroll then, but look at that. Yes, yellow flag for Lance Stroll. He is out of the session, so we've gained another position. Yes, we have split both the racing points, and we're now up to 7th place. And Lance Stroll, I think, is out of the Grand Prix. Yes, he is. There's a confirmation. Lance Stroll is out. So we're up now to 7th position. We've got the McLaren of Carlos Sainz chasing right behind us as we accelerate for that lap 8. We are still holding on to 7th place. Unfortunately, though, Sergio Perez, well, he's away and gone. He's away and gone. 4.8 seconds ahead of us right now. Carlos Sainz is well up by Jack Jones, just shy of half a second behind us. And you can see the weather is starting to improve as we accelerate forward out to lap 9. Still in 7th position, 5 seconds is now the gap. And look at that. DRS has been enabled on lap 9, which means we have got to come in now for our pit stops because we are now on the wrong tyres. The wrong tyres, yes, these are the intermediates. We need to be on dry tyres now, and I think quite a few of the other cars are going to come in on this lap as well. It would be stupid not to because the DRS has been enabled. So in we come for our stop then on lap 9. Currently in 7th place. Yes, other cars ahead of us have come in, as you can see. Perez is in. Verstappen is also in. In fact, there's a huge amount of cars coming in behind us as well. Hopefully we won't get caught up in the pits. Anyway, let's have a look and see what happens. Let's have a look and see what happens. Our teammates in as well, George Russell. So in we change on to the super soft tyre for the remaining stint. We should be okay on that tyre. We've only got half a race to go now. And as you can see, we're going to rejoin now in 9th position, I do believe. If other cars are going to go past us, and at the moment I don't think they are. So yes, we rejoin our 9th place. Look at this, Lamar Grosjean is still on intermediates. He didn't come in on that lap, which is unbelievable. I can't believe why he didn't come in. But yes, he is still crawling about as we accelerate for that lap 10. You can see there is Lamar Grosjean. We would almost have gone past him, but he's now coming to get those inters changed onto soft tyres. And Gasly's still out as well. No, Gasly's now coming as well. So that's it. All the intermediate runners have now come in for their stop finally, but some of them were definitely a lap late there. And we have gained some ground and we're up into 7th place. Well, pretty much what we had from the start of the race, to be fair. As we accelerate for the lap 11. Look at this though. Oh, we're getting pummeled in the side pod by Carlos Sainz. Very, very naughty. Very, very naughty. And the Renault's trying to get past us as well of Daniel Ricciardo. But we go very, very wide. I think we've lost out to Sainz there. We get a warning for collision with Ricciardo. And yes, we have lost a place now down to 8th position. But can we catch up to Carlos Sainz on lap 12? We accelerate forward at lap 13. Unfortunately, the answer to that is a definite no, we can't. Sainz is away and gone, 4.8 seconds ahead of us. Daniel Kvyat in the AlphaTauri has now gone past us, but I think we're going to brake very, very late to turn 1. Oh, make a little bit of contact there with Daniel Kvyat, but we do manage to hold on to this 8th position. Well, I say that only for about 2 seconds because now Daniel Ricciardo and Kvyat now have gone past us, but we're going to go very, very deep into this turn. Very, very deep. Brake late. Can we get it round? Can we get it round? Yeah, oh, yes, we can. As we accelerate forward now to the last lap of the race, and as you can see, we are going to finish hopefully in the points, well, we will be in the points, definitely 8th position, but we unfortunately lost out to Sainz there, 12 seconds ahead in the end. Daniel Ricciardo's the car behind us, just shy of a quarter of a second in fact, so we've got to be careful that we can hold him off to the line. But yes, some more points for our potato Williams. Fantastic, yes. So we come round the final corner now, and we cross the line in 8th position. I'm going to say it again, everyone. Wowzers, me trousers. 8th place. Fantastic. And we get driver of the day as well. Oh my god, I can't take any more adoration. I really can't. Stop it now. And there's Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Mike Crack. Yes, Mike Crack. I bet he's a laugh at parties, isn't he, old Mike Crack? Anyway, there is Valtteri Bottas, who won the race. Well done, Valtteri, in the course, the all-conquering Mercedes in 2020, not 2022. There's the team mechanics, and there's Alex Gilliam. Yes, F1 YouTuber to the stars and TMX Marduke's bitch. Anyway, there's Daniel Ricciardo. Look, he finished in 9th position. Yes. Oh, God. Onto the podium now. Onto the podium. There is Valtteri up onto the top step. There he goes, holding up his trophy high. He says, look, lads. Look what I bloody well did. Look what I bloody well did. Charlie Boy's up there as well. He's doing well in 2022. Yes. He is. Indeedy. Mr. McGreedy. So there you go then. Let's have a look at the points now after this round and see where we ended up. Of course, we got 2 points for that, I do believe. And so, no, 4 points in fact. And we ended up in 7th place now with 69 points. Oh, my favourite number. And Alexander Albon has dropped down to 6th place, but he's still ahead of us with 87. Valtteri Bottas in the lead, of course, with 190. And George Russell has only got one single solitary World Championship point. Oh dear. Anyway, it's time to move on to the next round of the chapter. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Renegotiate our contract? Well, that's very early. Usually we don't do that until after Hungary. Oh. Well, this is good. I'm a little bit shocked now because I was expecting to keep on driving for Williams. And now it looks like we're going to be leaving the team. Oh, no. So there you go. We ended up in 7th place for Williams with 69 points at the end of that. Ah. So here we go then. It's time to move on, and we're going to go up 2 positions and drive now for Haas, because it seems quite popular at the moment, does the Haas? Yes, so why not drive for it? Why not indeed? Yes, fantastic. So we will be resuming the rest of our career in the Haas car. As you can see from the vehicle performance comparison chart, the Haas is now above the Alfa Romeo, so we have gained some ground. As we've still got those durability parts to go onto the car, as you can see, but we're going to move on now. The car's looking good. Let's have a look and see what the engine's like for this car. The Haas team have done pretty good. The gearbox, yeah, that looks pretty good. Or is that our old gear? I can't remember. That might be our old gearbox because I haven't pressed the button yet. Yes. Anyway, we will find out as we continue now. It's time to move on, but before we do, it's time to go to an invitational event. Yes, and it's time to drive one of those glorious cars from yesteryear. Yes, it's a very, very old McLaren, and sadly, F1 fans, unfortunately, classic cars will not be returning to F1 22. No, they will not. You would have thought it would have been the ideal opportunity to reintroduce a fan favourite, especially as they've apparently rebuilt the engine for F1 22 from scratch for PlayStation 5 consoles. But no, because basically they can't be fucking bothered. Anyway, there you go. We've passed our time attack, and now I've just been sacked from anything to do with Codemasters. Yes, all gone. No more for Davey. So we move on to the next Grand Prix, which is Britain. It's Silverstone, the home of the British Grand Prix. Practice has now been completed. And there's our teammate, of course, for Haas. This time it's Romain Grosjean. Oh, fantastic. I'll be saying that name a few times. And, oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Now, yeah, that was our old gearbox. This is our new gearbox. As you can see, it's completed 9 of 6. Why on earth would you do 9 races on the same gearbox? Oh, God. So, I think we'll leave it for now, because I don't want to get a penalty straight away, but for the next round, we'll have to change the gearbox, because that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Unbelievable. Okay, so here we are at Silverstone. Already the Hookster has reported back that this car sounds very much like a Ferrari. Yes. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Anyway, let's see what time we can put in our new Haas car for the rest of this season at Silverstone. Let's see what our time is going to be. Our fastest lap at the moment goes to Lulu with a 1:25. What? Oh my God. With third, but 2.9 seconds. Oh! Anyway, a little bit later qualifying, you can see that we've dropped down to 19th place, and we're behind our old teammate George Russell as well, which is not good. But we are up on the deltas, and we got up to 15th place. That's good. 15th position at the moment for the Hookster at Silverstone. Anyway, we go a little bit further into qualifying. As you can see, we're still up on our deltas again, so hopefully we should get up into about 14th or 15th as we're about to cross the line. It's 13th in fact. Well done, just behind the Renault boys. Well done indeed to the Hookster. Anyway, it's time now to accelerate forward now to the end of qualifying, and as you can see, checker flag comes out. Where are we going to end up? Where are we going to end up? Is it going to be 15th place? Not bad, but not good. Not really. But anyway, there you go then. 15th for us. Lewis Hamilton got pole position. And our teammate only got 18th. Fantastic. Let's do this then.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone circuit for today's Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. Joining us today to oversee all the thrills and spills, it's Anthony Davidson. And great to see you. How are you feeling about the race today, and how are the circuit conditions from what you've seen?
Well, it's looking a bit cold out there, if I'm honest. These tyres have quite a narrow operating window in terms of the temperatures they need to extract the best grip. So with a cold track surface, it's going to be harder to keep those temperatures up, which will lead to lower grip and maybe more mistakes.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Norris, Stroll, Sainz, Ricciardo and Alexander Albon, Kvyat, Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, Esteban Ocon, the captain, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Romain Grosjean and George Russell. Magnussen and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So once again, it's time for the 5 lights to go out on the season's career medal. We say go, go, go. It's away he goes from 14th position in the end as we're going into the first turn. Verstappen's weaving all over the circuit. We've got Albon as well, but we're going to see if we can dive down both these Red Bulls, and we do manage to do so. Up into the points already. We've got the Honey Badger. We're going to do a dive on him. Yes, we do. And Carlos Sainz, and we're going for a racing point now. That's Lance Stroll. It's all careful with Lance. Be very, very careful with Lance. Oh, I'll tell you what, if you've got a boil, then Lance is the bloke to sort it out for you. He really is. If you've got a boil on you anywhere on your body, just ask Lance and he'll sort it out. Yeah. Anyway, we continue on, still chasing this McLaren. It's Lando Norris. Lando, we love you, Lando. Sorry, I just did an impersonation of a Lando Norris fangirl there. Yeah, because there's quite a few of them. Anyway, as you can see, we are now going for the first time into the famous Maggots and Beggots section of Silverstone. So here we go then, through into Maggots, still chasing Norris. Now we're going to go through into Beckett's. I have to brake very, very hard indeed. And now we're going to go down the Hangar Straight, still chasing Norris in that McLaren. He's got Leclerc ahead of him. We've got Lance Stroll behind us with that racing point, as we're about to complete lap 1 of this Grand Prix, and we are still chasing Lando Norris. As you can see, yes, we're getting a little bit closer, but can we catch him? I'm not quite sure. Anyway, that is almost the end of lap 1. It is in fact the end of lap 1. We're going to lap 2, and we're still chasing Lando as we accelerate forward down to lap 2. Yes, look at this. Lance Stroll's got past us in the racing point, but I think we're going to have him. We squeeze him out, and hold on to this 7th position. Lando Norris is now 1.3 seconds ahead of us. Lance Stroll has now dropped down behind us, of course, after that little incident. No, we've gone bloody wide, and that's given the opportunity for Lance Stroll to go straight past us once again. But we're piling on the power, going down the Hangar Straight, and we managed to get past. Yes, we overtake the position. That was very hairy, scary stuff there from the Hookster. Just a little bit wide, and that was all the opportunity that Lance Stroll needed to go up the inside of us. As we accelerate on lap 5. Look at this. Lance Stroll's getting very, very close, but we're coming in for our pit stop now. Yes, we are coming into the slowest pit stop in the world at Silverstone. As you can see, we are very early into the stop as well, but we want to sort of get this done and out again, and hopefully we won't lose too much positions. So in we come then for our stop. Is in fact time for our pit stop. This is just the first lap of our pit stop cycle that we've come in on. So there you go then. Let's change us now onto the yellow sideboard tyre. Thank you, lads. Well done. And out we go. And we're going to rejoin now in last. We're in last position. Nobody's coming, lads. Nobody's coming. We're in last place behind our old teammate, George Russell. But it's okay, because every single car in front of us has definitely got to come in for a pit stop. We know that for certain. Every single car. We're excited for the lap 7. And unfortunately, the cars didn't come in as quick as I thought they would. No. So it's been 2 laps now, and they've only just started to come in, but hopefully now we'll get past. Now it looks like it's going to be an age before we go past, but don't forget, of course, they've got that pit lane speed of about 50 miles an hour or something stupid, 37 miles an hour I think it is. So of course they're going to have that coming out of the pit, so we should manage to get past all these cars. Yes, we do. We sidle straight past them, in fact, and run up into 13th position on lap 8 of this Grand Prix. As we accelerate forward now on lap 8. Just at the end of the lap, more cars have come in for their pit stops, as you can see. But are we going to get out in front of them? Well, we should do. We've got a racing point though, just trying to come out of the pits. But I think we're going to grab him. I think we are. Yes, 12th at the moment. That's it. We're in the World Championship points for our first race in the Husk car. 9th position now. Yes, 9th place. That's it. That'll do for me. Our first race in the Husk. That'll do. As we go for lap 9. Oh dear, a little bit wide there for Hoekstra. Let's give the opportunity for Maxi Boy Verstappen to get past the Red Bull. But I think we're going to dive down the inside of Maxi. Yes, we do. Brake very, very late. Can we hold it onto the corner? Yes, but look at this. I think Maxi's going around the outside of us. No, we managed to hold him off, so fantastic. Still hold on to 9th position at the moment. Hoekstra on lap 10. We're behind Ocon, who is actually pitted. Ocon's pitted, it says here anyway. So, yes, and we've got the place now. Yes, up into 8th position on lap 10. Well, as we saw it forward out on lap 10. Oh no, Charles Leclerc is out of the session in the Ferrari, and he was ahead of us, so that means we're going to gain another position. We're going to go up to 7th place now. Fantastic. There is Charles Leclerc just off to the, I think it's the left or the right. Well, he's got to be left or right somewhere, isn't he, on the circuit? But anyway, big save for lap 11. Lap 11, and look at this, going through Beckett and Beckett, and Esteban Ocon just sails past us, absolutely sails past us. We've got Maxi Boy Verstappen, he's having a go at us as well, trying to get past. Don't forget, of course, this car is not up there with the Red Bulls. It's not really up there with the Renaults either. So, of course, going down the straights, it's really, really difficult to hold these cars off. And we have got a little bit of damage to our engine, I just see on there as well. So one of our components is wearing quite hard. Anyway, we're going to dive down the inside of Ocon. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I would say that was clean, but I think it wasn't clean. No, it wasn't clean. Collision with Ocon, it wasn't clean, but it looked pretty decent, and there's no damage to the car, so if there's any impact there, it's only slightly, very, very slightly indeed. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to the last lap of the race. That's it. Lulu has won it. Esteban Ocon on the last 9 seconds of the Grand Prix. The little git has got past us. We're going to have to travel up onto the grass for a little bit and manage to take the position back again. So it looks like for our first race in the Husk car, yes, it's absolutely amazing. We have got points. We're up into 7th place. We're going to cross the line, which is a much needed World Championship points for our campaign. Well done, Hoekstra.
That's the end of the race. We'll see
oh yes. That was pretty decent for Silverstone. Oh, we get driver of the day as well. Oh, stop it now, stop it. It's a very fast circuit, and of course, a lot of those cars are very fast as well. Anyway, once again, there is Toto Wolff. He's getting 2 appearances in 1 video. Stop it, Toto. Stop it now. And there is the race winner, of course. It was Valtteri in the last race. Now it's Lulu in this race. Oh my God. Once again, the team mechanics at Mercedes, and once again, F1 YouTubers are the stars. Alex Gillian. And there is one of the racing points. It's Sergio. It's Sergio Perez. Yes, I can see him through his helmet. Up onto the podium then. There is Lewis Hamilton. And one of the people in the background was Noble 2909, if anyone remembers him from back in the day. Yes, he's one of the avatars that was face sculptured for some of the previous Codemasters games. I think it was this all started in 2017, I do believe, when they actually went and had all their faces scanned. You got lots of them in there. You got Tiamat Marduk, Scott from Into the Barrier, and you've got Arava, of course. Anyway, let's move on. 6 points for us in 7th position now, and only 17th for our teammate Romain Grosjean. So in the standings now, you can see we're in 7th place still at the moment, 75 points. Albon's our target for 6th place with 95 points, and Valtteri's out in the lead with 208 World Championship points. And we're only last in the Constructors. Oh dear. Anyway, once again, everyone, thanks so much for watching. That's another exciting episode finished with. And yes, of course, there will of course be more later.